World War II, the most devastating conflict in human history. It spanned continents, involved over 100 million people, and reshaped the world forever. But how did it all begin? What drove nations to the brink of annihilation? And how did humanity emerge from the ashes? This is the entire history of World War II in 10 minutes. Section 1. The Road to War. To understand the war, we must go back to the end of World War I. The Treaty of Versailles in 1919 placed heavy blame on Germany, crippling its economy and igniting resentment. Imagine being in a room where everyone blames you for breaking something, and then fining you more than you could ever pay. That was Germany's reality. Fast forward to the 1930s. The world was reeling from the Great Depression. People were desperate, angry, and searching for hope. Enter Adolf Hitler, a charismatic leader promising to restore Germany's glory. His message was clear. Germany had been wronged, and he would make it right, no matter the cost. Section 2. The Spark. By 1939, Hitler had already annexed Austria and taken over Czechoslovakia without much resistance. But his next move would change everything. On September 1st, 1939, Germany invaded Poland. This act was the spark that ignited the war. 2 days later, Britain and France declared war on Germany. The world was at war once again. Section 3. The Axis powers take control. At first, the Axis powers, Germany, Italy, and Japan, seemed unstoppable. Germany's Blitzkrieg, or Lightning War, swept through Europe, capturing France in just 6 weeks. Italy joined the fight, hoping to share in the spoils of war. Meanwhile, Japan, already expanding in Asia, launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor in December 1941, pulling the United States into the conflict. It was like a game of chess where the Axis made all the right moves, at least at the beginning. But their rapid success came with one major flaw. They underestimated their opponents. Section 4. The Allies strike back. The Allies, Britain, the United States, the Soviet Union, and others, slowly began to turn the tide. In the east, the Soviet Union stopped the German advance at the Battle of Stalingrad, a brutal clash that marked a turning point in the war. In the west, the Allies launched D-Day, the largest amphibious invasion in history, landing on the beaches of Normandy, France. Picture this: 156,000 soldiers, thousands of ships, and planes all converging on a single day. It was a risky move, but it worked. Meanwhile, in the Pacific, the United States fought back against Japan, island by island, in a grueling campaign that would eventually bring the war to their doorstep. Section 5. The Cost of War. World War II wasn't just fought on battlefields. It devastated civilian lives. The Holocaust claimed the lives of 6 million Jews, along with millions of others targeted by Nazi ideology. Entire cities were reduced to rubble by relentless bombings. Families were torn apart, and the world saw the true horrors of war. Section 6. The Endgame. By 1945, the Axis powers were collapsing. Germany surrendered in May, following Hitler's suicide in his Berlin bunker. In the Pacific, Japan refused to surrender until the United States dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. These devastating attacks brought the war to an end on August 15, 1945. World War II was over, but the scars it left behind would last for generations. Section 7. The Legacy of World War II. The war changed the world in ways no one could have imagined. It led to the creation of the United Nations, aimed at preventing future conflicts. It marked the start of the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union, and it showed humanity both at its worst and its most resilient. The stories of courage, sacrifice, and survival remind us of the cost of war and the value of peace. Conclusion. World War II was a defining chapter in human history. It's a story of destruction, but also one of hope and rebuilding. By learning from the past, we can shape a better future. If you found this journey through history insightful, consider subscribing for more stories that connect our past to our present. Until next time, stay curious.